Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Watch my video and subscribe my channel. Brooke's hospital drama and Hope's stunning revelation. According to Bold and the beautiful spoilers for August 11th to 15th, 2025, Brooke Logan is hospitalized and Hope Logan is shocked. As we always do on early edition days, we begin by discussing what is coming up for the rest of this week and then go on to next week. August 6th spoilers. Finn's shocking discovery and Brooke's dramatic rescue. So, on Wednesday, August 6th, Finn is taken aback when Grace Buckingham reveals all the filthy details. We already had her make a top-level confession, telling Finn she made it up. She falsified Liam Spencer's diagnosis and explained why she did so. But there's more to it than just paying Reese's bills. Grace will divulge further information, such as whether Liam was drugged to simulate these cancer symptoms. Finn is horrified as he hears her unload. After coming clean, Grace begs Finn if they can keep it between them. Grace's attitude could be that, Bill Spencer won't miss the $1 million. Liam is okay, so can we just let it slide? Of course. Finn will be shocked that Grace has the audacity to ask him to cover up what she did. Ridge Forrester leaps into the water and swims toward Brooke to save her. We should see a retake of Tuesday's sequence in which Nick was attempting to control the boat and became entangled in another boat's wake since they were side by side. Brooke slid off the back where she should not have been riding. Plus, they weren't even near to the coast, but Ridge dove in. That's a long swim across stormy waters. And can't Brooke swim? It's poorly written, but Ridge is going to swim all the way over there to save Brooke. That will be the epiphany. Ridge is reminded of his intense affections for Brooke. He'll have to confess that Eric Forrester was correct. Ridge simply cannot face the prospect of losing Brooke. It alters everything. Catherine Kelly Lang had a stunt double for this shot, and we'll see in the end whether Brooke ends up in a hospital in Italy as a precautionary measure to get checked out. Ridge will undoubtedly be by her side, as this has flicked a switch for him. I'm expecting a whole montage of Brooke and Ridge flashbacks. August 7th spoilers. Sheila-Li surprising encounter and Grace's world collapsing on Thursday. August 7th, Lee Finnegan and Sheila Carter surprise each other during an encounter. Sheila is irritated that Lee is not telling her where she buried Luna Nozawa's remains. She isn't asking challenging questions. Sheila wants to know, did you spread the ashes on the beach? Have you buried her? I simply want to get some closure. So, aside from awful writing, I don't get why Lee doesn't just say, oh, yeah, I spread her ashes on the beach. So, Sheila might follow Lee or just show up at her house unexpectedly. And I expect Sheila to see Lee tending to Luna. Sheila and Lee may handle this. I believe they will approach this quite differently than they did with Finn. I believe they will bond over their shared love of Luna, especially since no one else loves her save those two. Grace's world comes crumbling down on Thursday. She is aware that her career will most likely be damaged because Finn will not cover for her or keep the Liam scam quiet. I fear Grace is about to lose everything. Finn will hold her accountable, and I'm sure Bridget Forrester will want the same once she finds out. August 8th spoilers. Grace's forced confession and Brooke's hospitalization shock Hope on Friday, August 8th. Finn forces Grace to accompany him to the Spencer estate and entirely open up to Liam. Finn wants Grace to tell Liam the truth. He'd never had cancer. Hope is there for this talk as well. Grace has no choice but to comply with Finn's requests because she is cornered and is clearly in a position where she will have to beg for mercy on Bold and the Beautiful. When Grace begins to narrate her story, Liam and Hope are stunned and in disbelief. I wonder if she will make a full confession like she did with Finn. I assume Grace wasn't simply lying about her cancer diagnosis. As previously said, I suspect she was drugging Liam to cause the symptoms. I mean, Grace may have killed Liam depending on the medications she was taking off-label. Hope receives a call from Brooke informing her that she is in the hospital following a boating accident. Hope is going to be shocked and scared. I wonder whether Brooke will tell her that Ridge's situation has changed while they are away. August 11th to 15th spoilers. Grace experiences consequences, family drama and emotional reunions from August 11th to 15th. Grace experiences severe consequences from Bill and Finn following her bombshell confession. Bill will lose his cool. And it's less about the money, more about drugging Liam, ripping open his head with phony surgery, and terrifying Bill's kid into believing his life was gone. This terrified Steffi Forrester, and Hope as well. Bill may press for Grace's arrest. We may get a Deputy Chief Baker scene. We will see. I wonder if Grace will beg Bill for mercy. I'm not sure how much he would have. He's delighted he's back, closer to Liam, but this is very suspicious. Hope and Liam are struggling to accept the terrible truth about Grace's actions and what comes next. Daphne Rose is back in town and still wants Carter Walton, so there could be an interesting four-way dynamic there. Finn and Bridget are likely to advocate for justice at University Hospital. No matter what kind of penalties Bill wants to see, whether it's criminal charges for fraud or something. I expect Finn and Bridget to want Grace fired for what she did because she should not be providing patient care after this. Bold and the beautiful spoilers. Sheila won't stay away from Luna. Sheila is going to push her way in to assist Lee save Luna. Obviously, she will want to participate in the caretaking. This could be an unusual bonding experience for Finn's two mothers. Nobody would expect Lee and Sheila to work together on anything. And in the end, I believe Lee will be forced to accept Sheila's presence in Luna's life simply because she has the power to kick her out if she refuses to cooperate. Taylor Hayes' darkest nightmares have come true. When Ridge returns from Italy, he'll have to break the bad news to Taylor that he's reached a significant realization regarding Brooke. And we expect Taylor to be heartbroken very soon. Ridge may feel bad, but once he makes up his decision, we all know how obstinate he is. Eric is going to feel quite triumphant. Brooke, Donna Logan, Katie Logan, and Hope are all going to be overjoyed for this reunion. The final line is that Taylor is practically alone when this happens. And Steffi is not present. Thomas Forrester is not there. As a result, this could have a significant impact on her. Daphne may ask Carter about whether Liam will desire Hope now that he is completely healthy. Eric may pretend sympathy for Taylor and play nice. We will see. Staff at Forrester Creations react to Brooke's near-death experience and reunion with Ridge. Bill goes nuclear over Grace's trick. Luna awakens Sheila and Lee. The bold and the beautiful recap for Monday, August 11th, shows that Bill Spencer became enraged by Grace Buckingham's ploy, while Luna Nozawa awoke to Sheila Sharp and Lee Finnegan. As Monday's B&B episode began, Sheila continued to reel from the sight of Luna alive in Lee's care. After Sheila questioned why Lee saved Luna, Lee explained that things changed when she saw her defenseless niece and granddaughter on the operation table. Since Lee blamed Poppy Nozawa for Luna's awful upbringing, she saw the possibility of a second opportunity. Lee intended to rehabilitate Luna and did not keep her in the hospital since she would have been sent back to prison. After Lee mentioned Luna's chance for redemption, she was concerned about how long it was taking her to awake. Sheila eventually grasped Luna's hand and offered a nice speech, coaxing her granddaughter to open her eyes. Luna finally opened her eyes and tried to focus on the shadowy forms in front of her. Sheila insisted her grandmothers were with her and smiled in relief, so Luna smiled back. Lee was astounded and happy that Sheila managed to wake Luna up. Will Spencer and Electra Forrester enjoyed some romantic moments at Forrester Creations before pondering on the Luna and Liam Spencer turmoil. Since hearing that Liam would be fine, Ivy Forrester sought confirmation from Will and was reassured. Ivy became emotional later with Electra, who realized how important Liam was to her. At the Spencer mansion, Liam received a text from John Finnegan informing him that Grace had surrendered herself in at the police station. As Liam and Hope Logan tried to comprehend the news that Grace had lied about everything, Liam realized it was time to bring Bill into the picture. Liam knew his father was about to go nuclear, but he dragged Bill away from a conversation with Katie Logan anyhow. When Bill arrived, wondering what was going on, Liam and Hope updated him on Grace's lie. Bill was furious because Grace lied about everything and made Liam believe he was ill by administering medication that mimicked cancer symptoms. Of course, Bill discovered the surgery was fraudulent and that Grace duped him out of $1 million to pay off Reese Buckingham's gambling problems. Bill insisted Bitch would pay terribly and wished she had never met him. According to the bold and the beautiful spoilers, Grace will suffer the repercussions of her behavior. Brooke denies Nick's proposal and Ridge cancels Taylor's engagement. According to bold and beautiful spoilers, Ridge calls off his engagement to Taylor and Brooke declines Nick's proposal, resulting in a tragic bridge reunion. Spoilers alert. Ridge chooses Brooke over Taylor and Nick, destructing 2 proposals. Nobody is safe from the debris, as the fallout from Italy has washed across Los Angeles like a tsunami. Brooke Logan has destroyed Nick Marone's ambitions at Forrester Creations, and Ridge Forrester is smashing Taylor Hayes' heart into a million pieces in what may be the most devastating love collapse we've seen all year. What's the kicker? Taylor is not taking off her engagement ring. Nick burns and crash his romantic gambit. This time, Nick Marone truly believed he had a chance. The rough-and-tumble sea captain went all out, showing up at Forrester Creations wearing his emotions on his sleeve and an engagement ring. Brooke, on the other hand, delivered the blow that we all expected but prayed would not come as he dropped on one knee. My heart is with Ridge. 7 words. That was all it took to derail Brooke's prospective escape from decades of romantic misery. Hope's mother actually liked Brooke, and Nick, the only man who loved her and treated her like his own daughter, was once again relegated to the role of consolation prize. According to insiders, he is utterly disgusted by the entire situation. Is he to blame? The man had good intentions when he returned to town. He was not having fun. He had no intention of provoking jealousy. He was providing Brooke with a life devoid of the Forrester family's constant drama, as well as stability and dedication that Ridge could never offer. However, we're all familiar with the song's plot, right? Ridge's confession shatters Taylor's world. Ridge, on the other side of town, will deliver the news that will break Taylor's heart. Our favorite waffler has had what he calls an epiphany since his daring rescue in Italy, where he braved turbulent Mediterranean waves to save Brooke's life. Translation: he is dumping Taylor. Once again. What is the worst thing? This time, Ridge isn't even unfaithful. There is no secret affair, sensational kiss, or drunken error. He simply leaves. Because he appeared to realize he couldn't live without Brooke after nearly losing her in a boating accident. However, Taylor's reaction to the betrayal is intriguing. The ring is still on her. Is this denial? Disobedience? What's the first sign that our favorite psychiatrist will lose it and give these people what they deserve? The lady keeps returning for more torture, despite Ridge having dumped her more times than we can count. Always for Brooke. Perhaps she is simply out of touch with reality, or perhaps she is wearing the ring to say, not this time. Who could blame her? No one is discussing Eric Forrester, the master of puppetry. Let's talk about Eric Forrester, the story's main antagonist. This man has worked extremely long hours to prepare for this disaster. Ridge has been poking and pestering him to end his relationship with Taylor and start seeing Brooke again. He advised Nick to keep his distance. He literally arranged the entire holiday in Italy as a romantic manipulation exercise. Look where we are today. Both engagements were lost. 2 hearts broke. Also, Eric may reconcile with his favorite daughter-in-law. To be honest, it's both incredible and infuriating that the man is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. When Bill discovered that Grace had conned them all, he was appalled. The fury of Liam Spencer. Bill has promised to hold Grace accountable for her actions. He will spend some quality time with his son in the meanwhile. The father and son were silent prior to the tumor. Despite their violent altercation, Liam was able to forgive many people, including his father, because of the fictitious tumor. Liam and other people lost several months of their lives as a result of Grace's deception, not to mention the awful side effects of receiving prescriptions for drugs that aren't needed. The phony brain operation was another. Liam may have died from any one of those causes. Will they band together to exact revenge on Grace? See what transpired in the most recent B&B episode by reading this. John Finnegan's report. After dropping Grace off at the police station, Finn may have an update according to spoilers for Tuesday, August 12's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. After coercing the doctor into confessing, Finn led him to the police. Liam was notified via text by Finn that Grace had just surrendered herself in. However, the cops often don't get in the way of Bill's vows. I'm curious as to how Bill intends to make Grace pay. Check out these spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Sheila tracks Lee home and learns Luna's secret. August 12th, 2025, Tuesday. Through all of this, fans could also witness Liam and Hope's continued growing intimacy. Hope and Carter Walton are currently engaged. I wonder when Hope will fully disclose Grace's transgression to Carter. Could Liam and Hope have another chance if he is no longer dying? Taylor isn't informed about Brooke's reunion by Shady Ridge. The handsome Waffler Ridge Forrester puts his reunion with Brooke Logan on hold for a very good reason. His fiancée Taylor Hayes, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. What a mess. Ridge has spent decades flirting with these two women, and they have put up with it. They once became great friends, and threw his fancy bupkies on the curb. Ridge is still playing both ends against the middle as of right now, so that didn't last long. Is there anyone in this dumpster fire of middle age worth supporting? Brooke must hold off. In case you missed it, Brooke fell off Nick Marone's ostentatious boat in Naples while performing a mermaid motion. Fortunately, Ridge saved her and her billowing garment by diving into the ocean. Ridge felt like a hurricane after nearly losing his Logan. After pulling her to the shore, he performed mouth-to-mouth resuscitation on her, and they shared a passionate kiss. Because the best aphrodisiac is seawater, Ridge gave Brooke CPR. The two appeared to be headed back toward their destiny. But how will Ridge respond once he returns to Los Angeles and reality? Given that Taylor might go out of remission after receiving broken heart syndrome from Ridge, he must be frantic. Is Ridge able to take charge? We believe that Ridge will be inundated with love and wedding plans as soon as he sees Taylor. She comes on strong, even going so far as to say that Brooke must move on her own. We can see why Ridge finds it difficult to break her heart again, given her intensity. However, how will Brooke react to the fact that he did not urge her to leave Eric Forrester's mansion right away? We're making poor guesses. Brooke is disappointed with Ridge. Ridge is undoubtedly aware that he must be forgiving of Taylor. He is feeling both self-preservation and compassion at the same time. As a result, even though Ridge and Brooke are back together, they will continue to ignore Taylor for some time. Will being kept in the background make Brooke happy? Will Ridge keep his word to Brooke? Nick and Taylor say no. According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge Forrester promised Brooke Logan that he would put things right. That seemed to indicate the beginning of a new chapter in their decades-long affair. Nick Marone, Ridge's despised maternal brother, however, has no intention of letting that occur. He still wears the engagement ring he had in Naples, Italy, but was unable to put on Brooke's finger. He offers Brooke the engagement ring in the teaser scenes. Bootig's dialogue tries to support the planned marriage that she started, while parallel script pages show Taylor Hayes presenting Ridge the ring he gave her. Issues Nick Marone and Taylor Hayes face. Nick and Taylor are aware that they are both underdogs. Everyone has to deal with the possibility of coming in second in the eyes and hearts of those they care about. Without a question, Taylor's greatest love is Ridge. In recent months, she saw a chance to win him back and suggested getting married again. He agreed. After learning that Ridge had thrown Brooke off once more, Nick left for Los Angeles, California. He has captured Brooke's heart, and she enjoys having a strong opponent to confront Ridge.